And we back, man. We about to get into this video about Munamon killing ARoy. I guess he just got locked up for it. Let's see what's going on.
In early May 2025, Chicago police announced that 24-year-old Jamon Brown, known on the streets as Munamon,
Man, you can look at him and tell he did that shit. Yeah, he did that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit, he did that.
was charged with the 2021 murder of a 27-year-old man in Southside Chicago. The victim, Avion D. Givens, aka ARoy or Alo, was fatally shot after a fight on the sidewalk in the 6400 block of South King Drive in December 2021. These confirmed facts, Brown's arrest, and the details of the shooting have prompted intense discussion and speculation online as neighborhood rumor mills buzz with theories about why and how Muna became involved in that killing. Parkway Gardens, aka OBlock, the Chicago public housing complex where Munamon grew up, looms large in this story. OBlock is widely reported to be the home turf of a Black Disciples affiliated street gang, and it's known as a hotbed for drill music culture and gang violence. Residents like Munamon and his associates form crews. For example, one online profile tagged him with OBlock/Jump Out Boys that operated out of these buildings. Inside OBlock, young men often claim reputation through music videos and street encounters, and feuds are settled by gunfire as much as lyrics. Little is publicly documented about Munamon's early life, but insiders say he grew up in the heart of OBlock. Like many Chicago youth in that area, he was drawn into local street culture as a teenager. Online posts link him to groups like the Jump Out Boys in the Block affiliated crew, and drill music channels have featured him in interviews, suggesting he has some presence as a local rapper. Chicago's gang map is complex, but OBlock is generally tied to the Black Disciples gang. As ABC7 Chicago reported, the police have described OBlock as a set of the Black Disciples involved in violent feuds that grew up. Growing up in that environment, Munamon would have known that violence was never far away. According to community reports, he had family connections in the area. For example, his reputed blood brother JD Munna was killed in a shooting in 2023, deepening his ties to local crews. Street rumors, as seen on forums like Reddit and in drill community chats, paint an even more detailed picture of his pre-arrest life. Some users claim Muna and an associate named Lil Mike once stole money from a respected OBlock member nicknamed Nua. Whether these claims are true is unverified, but the chatter suggests Muna had already fallen out of favor in some circles. Other posts allege he had previous run-ins with police. One video shows him in handcuffs as recently as 2023 and was—
Yeah, he was wilding in that police car going crazy. Now, I never understood the fact of them running around allegedly doing stuff to the older members, but everybody was still taking their side or whatever. So, you know, it is what it is. If they let you get away with it, shit, you go keep doing it.
Was known to carry firearms. By late 2021, Munamon had become a familiar face on the block. He recorded tracks and hung out with other local rappers, but also increasingly drew suspicion and envy. In that climate, it only took a spark to ignite tragedy. The victim in this saga was Avion D. Givens, a 27-year-old Chicago man with local ties. Street names included ARoy or Alo. On December 13th, 2021, Avion was with friends in OBlock when an argument broke out. According to the Chicago Sun-Times, Avion was on the sidewalk in the 6400 block of South King Drive, right near Park.
Wait, now
according to the Chicago Sun-Times.
Now remember, Mon and ARoy at the top. I don't know who that was at the bottom that was getting beat up, but at the end of the day, ARoy probably thought he was gonna shoot him. But if you know a dude got a gun on him, you gotta look at it like a dog with teeth. Goddamn it. If they say that dog don't bite and they got teeth, it'll still bite you. If a nigga got a gun on him and you beating him up, chances are he's going to shoot you. But what they didn't think was going to happen was somebody was going to be recording this thing and the whole shooting got caught on camera and then the whole video spread like wildfire on the internet.
Avion was on the sidewalk in the 6400 block of South King Drive, right near Parkway Gardens when he got into a physical fight with another man. Witnesses say the scuffle became heated and suddenly another male pulled out a gun and shot him several times in the body. Avion was rushed to University of Chicago Medical Center where he later died of his wounds. The shooting was even captured on a Facebook Live video circulating online, sending shockwaves through the neighborhood. Police initially had no suspects, and for years this killing remained unsolved. But local drill fans quickly filled in the blanks with speculation. On community message boards, many assumed the shooter was an OBlock affiliate. In fact, the name Munamon came up almost immediately. Commenters noted that Muna and friends were involved in a scuffle with Avion in the video just before the shooting. Some threads claimed that Avion's own relatives, including a cousin known as Big P, had harassed Muna in the crowd before the murder. These details have not been confirmed by police. What is clear from official sources is that on May 5th, 2025, the Chicago police and U.S. Marshals arrested Jamon Muna Brown in connection with this very murder. Chicago's official press release makes the charges clear. Jamon Brown, 24, of Chicago was charged with first-degree murder for the December 2021 shooting. The statement notes that Brown was taken into custody on May 5th, 2025 in Chicago and identified as the person who shot and killed 27-year-old Avion D. Givens on December 13th, 2021 in the 6400 block of S. Martin Luther King Jr. In other words, police confirm he is accused of killing Avion Givens. Brown is being held without bond pending a detention hearing. This arrest has now been widely reported by Chicago media and law enforcement. One police spokesman noted only that no additional information is available at this time, but local news outlets as well as countless social media pages filled in color. They identified the victim as an OBlock associate, young man ARoy/ALO, and Munamon as an OBlock affiliate who was.
Nah. Even though people were saying his name right after it happened, I heard he got picked up for it before and they let him go. So the fact that they done came back now and they arrested him and saying that's what they arrested him for, they must got some people that done tricked on him, or they gonna take the stand or something or whatever like that.
Was already locked up at the time on a weapons charge. Indeed, police records show he had been arrested in January 2024 on a weapons offense and only just released on electronic monitoring. Word on the street is that Muna was not expecting to be arrested so long after the fact. Many thought the case had gone cold, making his May 2025 capture all the more dramatic. At his detention hearing on May 7th, Brown appeared in jailhouse jumpsuit flanked by two marshals as news cameras snapped photos. He did not speak publicly and was remanded to Cook County Jail. In the hours and days after the arrest, the story exploded online. On Reddit and drill music forums, commenters traded details, some verified, many speculative. One recurring rumor was that Munamon and Avion had a history. They had argued during an OBlock party or even got into a brawl just before Avion was shot, and that this was payback. Another theory said Muna suspected Avion had talked too much to police or to rival gang members about something and took revenge. Others pointed to financial motives. On one forum, a user claimed Muna and a friend beat Avion for failing to return borrowed money. None of this is substantiated, but it speaks to how Chicago streets work. Friends and enemies are interchangeable, and gossip spreads like wildfire. Another theme online was inside betrayal. Some drill rappers tweeted hints that Muwop, Marcus Smart, an OBlock elder, had long memories of this case and finally flagged down Muna at his job, tipping off the marshals. Recall that Marcus Muwop Smart was later convicted for playing a role in the 2020 FBG Duck murder. He's a high-ranking figure in OBlock. Whether he did point to Muna or not is unknown.
No, I don't think Muwop snitched on him. No, I doubt that. I don't believe that at all.
At the very least, nearly everyone online agrees this was not an ordinary police bust. It is seen as the slow unraveling of a close-knit street rumor culminating in Muna's arrest. Some postings even include cryptic messages, e.g. Muna on the move, he's got what's coming. Drill fans note that Munamon had previously gotten into hot water. In 2023, he was arrested after a high-speed chase in suburban Illinois for weapons charges, which briefly made local headlines. So when his name popped up on a murder charge, many in his circle were not surprised. but they were surprised it took so long. To them, Muna had been laying low, focusing on music after his last case, and was frankly shocked that the cops closed this case in 2025. Now that he is charged, people wonder aloud, who will fall next? The digital chatter presumes that the relatives of the slain man, Avon's family, and OBlock friends will seek retribution, and that some gang rivals are sharpening knives. It's all conjecture, of course, but it highlights how every
Yeah, that's crazy, but I don't think Moo told on him though. But y'all check out my last videos, man. It's your boy Buddha. I'm out.